What's going on, guys? So, there is a question that I want to pose for both men and women. How do you know when a person is broken or when a person is simply what I like to call a magnet? And I'll explain that to you. There's a term that we often throw around as to or to apply to every person for the most part, and this is inaccurate. Okay, a lot of people assume that because a person is attracting broken people to them, whether it's a man or a woman, then that person is still broken, and that is not always the case. In most cases, in this day and age, that is true. Reason being is because most people don't want to take the time out to do the inner work that is required in order for them to come to a healthy mental and emotional state, for them to be able to connect with the opposite sex on a healthy level. In order to I won't necessarily say heal. I hate using that word healed because from my perspective, we don't necessarily heal. You want to take a cut. You get cut, right? Okay. And then you have to go and get stitches for this cut. And over a period of time, the skin, it starts to form over this wound and it closes this wound up. This wound is now healed. Okay, it's healed. But when it comes to us as human beings and having dealt with the different traumas within our lives, we don't heal from that. What takes place within us is that when we do the inner work, what it is that we learn how to manage, or we learn how to cope with our triggers. Okay, say for instance, you were in a relationship, whereas you kind of develop some trust issues, right? And you go through the process of searching within yourself to see, okay, what is it that I've done to contribute to me having these trust issues? What in my past took place that caused these trust issues to come about? When you do that work, you do the reflecting, and you come to find out the root cause of you having these trust issues, because everything that we go through, it doesn't always stem from that individual. Most of the stuff that we've gone through, it goes way back in our childhood. Okay. And some things are passed down from generation to generation spiritually. Okay. So when we've taken the time to do this, then it's like, okay, when you get into a relationship with someone and this person does something that a person in your past may have done that triggered or that caused you to have these trust issues, when this new person displays this, and you don't react the way that you reacted in times past, then you can say, I've done the inner work, because I am no longer triggered by this particular situation as I was in times past. And this can be used in many different cases. Okay. So that's how you know that you are doing the inner work. But if you're still being triggered, you're still allowing your emotions to control you whenever something arises, or whenever someone does reminds you of someone in the past, whenever you allow those triggers to get a rise out of you, you get angry, you become vengeful, whatever emotion that overtakes you, if you're acting in that way, you are not healed. You are still broken. Okay? That's the difference. So, with that, me explaining this, I'm going to take you to the other side of this spectrum. There's two sides of this coin. You have those who attract broken people because they are indeed broken. Lack attracts like, not lack, but like attracts like. Okay, it's like a magnet because they're able to relate to one another. You see, they have something in connection. That's what they call trauma bonding. A lot of people are trauma bonding. They can relate to one another. Okay, and then you have those who have actually done the inner work, but yet they still attract broken people. Why is this? Let's take the story of Jesus, for example. Jesus was sinless, okay? Even in his human state, he was sinless. The power that rested upon Jesus, the spirit that rested upon Jesus, he drew those broken people to him. He drew those sinners to him because there was something in him that those sinners needed. And a lot of times we are drawn to certain people and don't understand why that is. Okay? I'm not going to go there. I don't want to insert myself in this story. But so you have people who actually done the inner work, okay? And they're still going to draw those broken people to them because those broken people, for some, they are consciously aware, like after spending time with you, talking to you, it's like, wow, this person has something. Well, this broken person says, this healed person, we're going to say heal for the sake of the conversation. This healed person has something that I need. Okay? So therefore, I am drawn to this person. There's something about them that has drawn me to them. I don't know what it is. Why this person, I'm so drawn to this person. Okay? People do it from on a subconscious level, as I just explained. Okay? And then two, okay, I'm going to take a little deeper on this. You have those who are broken, who are drawn to those who have done the inner work because they have what I would like to call spiritual parasites. Okay? And what these spiritual parasites do, they leech on, or they latch on to this healed person. Okay? This is their attempt to latch on to this healed person in order to drain them. Okay? They drain them of all of their good resources, I'm going to say. Their love, the time that they give, the attention that they give, the affection that they give, the listening ear, whatever it is that this person gives this broken person that has this spiritual parasite, they're constantly feeding off of this person, okay? But they don't necessarily go back and do the work themselves. Oh no. Because they can always go to this supply and get what they need and they go away. Okay, so you have those type of people too. Those type of people are more so demonically influenced and not realize it. Okay, so you have those people who are the spiritual parasites that leeches on or latches on to the healed person. Okay, they're drawn to them. And then you have those broken people who know that, oh, it's something about this person that's drawing me to them. I don't know what it is, but I need it. I want it. Okay. And after spending time with this person, they're able to see exactly what it is that needs to be worked on within themselves. And they go back and they do the inner work. You see what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily to say because you are still drawing broken people to you that you are broken yourself. That is not always the case. So we have to be very mindful how we use this term to apply to people who are still drawing broken people to them. Because again, that is not always the case. Broken people draw broken people. Healed people draw broken people for two different reasons. So, let us be a little bit more consciously aware of how we label this whole scenario of, because you are drawing broken people to you, then you are still broken. Because again, I sound like a broken record. That is not always the case. Be able to distinguish the difference. You yourself know whether or not you've done the inner work. Okay? And usually when the inner work is being done, it's being done in a place of isolation. You can't have everybody's voice in your ear. That's not how it's going to work. You need to get alone by yourself, where it's just you and God, and allow God and the Spirit of God to work in and through you to show you yourself. Because truth be told, a reason why a lot of people don't want to do the inner work is because they have this perceived idea or this illusion of them being this great person. Because I once had this illusion of me being this great person. But when I took the time to I said I won't go insert myself, but whatever. But when I took the time to really sit back and reflect, and God showed me some things, honey, I had some thoughts. I've done some things. And it's like, wow, I'm not the person that I thought I was. And that hurts. It hurts. When you are faced with yourself, that hurts. Because you have people telling us, oh, you're this, oh, you're that, and because of that, it's like it's feeding your ego. You have a false sense of self. But once you face yourself, it's like, wow. It's a very humbling experience. Very humbling experience. So let us be a little bit more consciously aware of throwing that term around. Because you're broken, you're good, or because you're still drawing broken people to you, you're broken. That is not always the case. But that's going to end this video until the next one. And in the meantime, guys,